Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Hopefully this is going to be a big treat. It's in a big bottle. This is the River Company's Dark Angel. And the River Company is in Radford, Virginia, which is right up the street. It's about 45 minutes away from me. I know the head brewer there, Mike, and he does some pretty tasty stuff. I reviewed one of their beers earlier this year, their Peachicott, and it's a very tasty beer. And he does some, and I've actually poured for him at some of the beer festivals before. And so is the other half. She's poured for him before too. Very small brewery, but they do some really good stuff. And now that they're bottling and canning some of their stuff, before that happened, you could only get it either at the brewery and they have a restaurant there too, or some of the local restaurants carried their beers. So he does some really tasty stuff. He's a great guy. Does some great beer. So cheers to you, Mike. I'm glad to see your beers getting put in cans and bottles. And this should be a good one here. This is their Dark Angel, which is a bourbon barrel aged Imperial brown ale. And this comes in at like 9.5%, I think. 9.7% ABV is what it's got here on the bottle. So any of you guys that are local to the Roanoke or Radford area, you should be able to pick up this bottle, or you can go by one of their local restaurants there, and it may have this on tap. I'm not sure. Don't know exactly. I don't think they're dating anything yet. May be mistaken. We'll take a closer look. Nothing is standing out on the label or on the bottle right off the bat. I don't think they're dating. I don't think they have a dating machine. Like I said, they're a fairly small brewery. So I'm pretty sure it's fairly fresh. And being a 9.7% Imperial bourbon barrel aged, I can't think of anything that would not let you sell this beer for a while if you so choose to. So I'm anxious to try this. The Peachicott that I did earlier this year, I had multiple times when I poured for him at beer festivals, and actually have, when I wasn't pouring, I've actually had that beer when I was walking around sipping on stuff. So a very tasty beer that Peachicott was, or is, and you should be able to get that too. According to what I've got here on Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, a lot of people really like this beer, and some people not so much, and that's the way it is in the beer industry. But there's not enough people that have commented or reviewed this beer to have a score from either one of these, so I guess I'm on my own on this one. So, commercial description here, it says, a truly potent offering, the Dark Angel is an Imperial Brown Ale that was aged in a Smith Bowman bourbon barrel for 5 months. So this beer sat in a bourbon barrel for 5 months before it was bottled. Clocking in at 9%, 9.5% plus, and this one says 9.7 on it. So I don't know how many times he has actually brewed this particular beer. Up until this year, if he did brew it, it was only available, like I said, at the restaurant and certain restaurants there in the Radford area. The warming bourbon notes with the strong malt backbone make this an ideal after-dinner beer. So, like I tell you guys all the time, a lot of these bourbon barrel aged are great aperitif or digestive beers to have either with a strong dish during dinner or after dinner. As your dessert, if you will. So, Over to the food pairings for this style of beer. It says cuisine is barbecue, cheese is earthy Camembert Fontina, your nutty cheeses, Asiago Colby Parmesan, and it goes well with your chocolate dishes, as most Imperial brown ales, porters, stouts, and maybe even some barley wines may go well with your chocolate dishes. This depends. A lot of barley wines are fairly sweet to start with. So it says here the meat is beef. Glass bars, pint, bacchanalic, tumbler, mug, stein, sidel. I'm going to use my favorite glass again today, the Sovereign beer glass. And here it says, not recommended for extended cellars unless ABV exceeds average range. Well, at 9.7, I think that exceeds average range. I can't think of anything that would prohibit you from selling this beer if you so choose to. I don't know anything that would fade or go away over time, especially since it's been in a bourbon barrel for 5 months. So, well, let's get on with this one. Like I said, there are no ratings on this particular beer since there's not enough people that have actually had it and made reviews or comments on either site. So we're all on our own, I guess. And this is a big bottle. It's a 22 ounce. It's a bomber. Definitely enough to share, which I intend to do. Nice little hiss, a little bit of smoke. So let's see what this looks like. Very cola colored coming out of the bottle there. Very brownish, if you will. And I'm getting a lot of brown through the thin part of the glass down here. And I can see the light through that, but not through the big part here. But I am getting some ruby tinges around the outside of the glass here. So it's not pitch black, it's a nice brown ale. Brown. Did I say brown? Yeah, it's brown. Let's get a nose on it. And I poured it kind of aggressive there, and it poured a little bit ahead, but it dissipated really quickly. It's just barely covering the top of the glass and just a little bit of lacing around the outside here, a little bit ahead. Let's get a nose on it. Getting the bourbon. Yep, definitely getting the bourbon. Just a slight hint of some alcohol in there. Because, like I said, I think this beer is pretty fresh. I did not see it at the beer store last time I was there. When I went, I seen it this time. And since I know Mike, the head brewer there, I go, I got to try this. Anytime I see a local beer or a local brewery bottle or can their stuff, I feel obligated to go ahead and pick it up and give it a try. I like to support those guys. I really, really do. And Mike's a great guy. I'm getting the bourbon. I'm getting some nuttiness in there. I'm getting some toffee and caramel. But definitely getting the bourbon. Definitely getting. I hope it's not too boozy, because a lot of the fresh ones are. I mean, if they just bottled this a month or so ago and it was in the bourbon barrels for 5 months, it's liable to be a little heavy. So let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody. That is nice. That's pleasant. You get a little bit of fruitiness in there too. A little woodiness and vanilla. Nice bourbon taste to this one. Not overpowering. There's a slight hint of the alcohol in there, but it's almost a 10% or 9.7. So you're going to get that, but it's not burning or anything like that. Very nice. Very well made. This is a nice sipper. Wow, I like that. I like that a lot. Very nice beer to finish up the evening with, and that's what I'm going to do with this. This is the final beer of the evening. Very pleasant, very nice. Looks like another winner, Mike. Very good job, sir. Well, I'm going to sip on it. Might go outside and finish a cigar that I've got out there from yesterday. This may be a good one for a nice Maduro wrap. I might get the bare knuckle from Punch to go with this one, and pour her a glass of this and sip on it for about 45 minutes and see where this one ends up. Pretty impressed with it so far. Very nice. I'm a sucker for these bourbon barrel aged beers, guys. I really like them. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it about 45 minutes. Very damn tasty. I am getting some fruity notes on this beer. Maybe some apples or pears or something in there. But the bourbon is there. It's very prominent. Not overbearing. It's just about perfect. Nice Imperial brown ale. Don't do a lot of Imperial brown ales. Most of the Imperials are either doubles or either in the IPAs or the stouts, and sometimes porters will have the Imperial version of it. Don't do a lot of Imperial brown. So this was a nice change up. Very well made. Nice roasted malt, cocoa, slight hints of some dark fruit in there, but more fruitiness than dark fruit. Apples or maybe, like I said, some apricots or pears or something like that in there. Not overbearing, but I'm detecting a little bit, and the woodiness is there from the barrels and the hints of vanilla. Very nice. Very enjoyable. A very nice after dinner beer, if you will. A nice sipper. Wonderful aroma on this beer. The roasted malt, the bourbon, very, very enjoyable, very pleasurable beer to drink. Final chug. Very tasty. Definitely getting some apples in there. Wow. Very nice. Guys, to me, other than having a date on it, which I'm pretty sure that they don't have a dating machine up there yet. Like I said, pretty small brewery. But do some great beers. They really do. Very nice. I love this one. As soon as I seen it was a bourbon barrel aged beer, I said, I gotta have it. Gotta have it. So, thumbs up to Mike. Great beer. Nice winter offering on this beer. I enjoyed this one. Like I said, it'd be a great candidate to sell it for a couple of years and see how all that stuff combines and comes together. So, very nice. Like I told you guys, there's no ratings on Beer Advocate or Rate Beer on this, so I am on my own. I think it's a 9 out of 10 for an Imperial Brown Ale. Nice fruit notes in there, roasted malt. The bourbon is there, a little bit of woodiness and vanilla. Very nice, very tasty. I did like it. Alright guys, unless you're fairly local to the Roanoke area, Radford area, you're probably not going to be able to get your hands on this. I don't know what the distribution is on them. I don't know who's distributing their beers. When I seen it at the Barrel Chest, I said, I got to have that. So, glad I picked it up. I would buy this beer again. Very nice. If you've had it, let me know what you think, guys. This is the River Company's Dark Angel, which is an Imperial Brown Ale. Very nice. Very nicely done. Very nice. Alright guys, we're out of here. We'll go back tomorrow. Let's go see what's in the fridge. See you then.